Welcome everybody to Self-Confessed Geeks episode 11. We're back once again after a long hiatus. I am Bishop Don Edwin, aka Steve. Also with me, the usual
Westy or Judge Dreaded.
We also have with us this week, and hopefully permanently from now on, Proper Naughty Game Time.
Hello. Hello.
Introduce yourselves. Proper Naughty Game Time.
Right, I'm IseeIseeBirdie, also known as Elliot.
No, I'm Biggus Maccus, real name Spencer.
Why do you always do a Spencer like that? Is it a?
Because it's posh.
It's posh. It sounds.
I am actually Louis Spence.
Oh right, okay.
This is
in disguise.
I'm wearing a fat suit.
The reason we haven't been around for a while is because we've had stuff going on. There's been Christmas and New Year, and work stuff's getting in the way. But we're back now.
You started a new job, moved up in the world.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Got a promotion at work, so it's more busy for me now. Less time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like this. But hopefully we'll continue this, and also we need to get some structure going, and we want to try and do this regularly, really, rather than just every now and again. But we'll sort that out. We're also live streaming currently on YouTube for the first time ever. Wave hello to anyone.
Hello. Hello.
The plan is to do the recording live on YouTube, uncensored, uninterrupted, and edit it for audio only, a more professional version, and then upload it later on in the week, I guess.
So yeah, if you're going to watch it, definitely watch the live stream.
Yeah, I think the live stream will probably be more entertaining.
In future, there will be dance breaks.
Yeah, we will try and introduce dance breaks for the live stream.
I think what we should do. Anyone remember Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Yeah.
Do you know when they said a certain word, it went mental?
Oh yeah.
Word of the week.
Yeah, we should do that. That's a good idea. I like that idea.
Right. Okay.
Well, you just start dancing.
The word of the week. Discombobulation. Someone mentions discombobulation. There's balloons.
Right, the word of the week this week.
We'll do it from next week.
No.
We'll do it from next week. Not this week.
Word of the week is league.
No, because he's going to do it for ages. He loves that game. It's going to be a lot of editing for Westy.
Yes.
Right, this week we're going to be talking about our top 10 games from the last generation only. So that's Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and PC. So within the time scale.
Wii.
Oh, and the Wii, sorry.
Yeah, no one cares about
Oh, no.
I was going to put some Wii games down.
No,
I haven't put any Wii games.
But some Wii games I'm going to go my honourable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through that, but as usual, we will start part one with the news.
Da, da, da.
We'll go for gaming news first.
We go for gaming news.
Let's do some gaming news.
Let's do some gaming news, shall we? I'm doing the gaming news today.
Gaming news.
The Titanfall beta is now live as of Valentine's Day, February 14th. It's closed beta at the moment, but it is open to all Xbox One players as part of a promotion. Microsoft are really pushing it as their sort of big game at the minute. Turn your phone on.
Sorry.
Xbox One, man.
Yeah, Xbox One, yeah. So Microsoft are really pushing it as the killer app. So it's open to every Xbox One player now, they've announced it. But it is out on PC. It is going to be on PC anyway, but that is closed beta, so that's invitation only. A lot of people in it are pretty much only press, like the big YouTube stars and things like that. I know Polaris, all the people from Polaris have got into it as well. Also, moving up, another bit of Valentine's Day news from not yesterday, I'm losing track. Dungeon Keeper Gold was free on GOG. The classic Bullfrog game. Dungeon Keeper, not to be confused with the horrible mess of the iPhone and iPad version that's just been bought out by Mythic.
What, it was done by Bullfrog?
Bullfrog.
Done Theme Hospital, like,
Yeah.
basically Molyneux.
Yeah.
Peter Molyneux, wasn't it, done all that?
No, Molyneux
Bullfrog?
wasn't. No, that was...
No, I'm pretty sure he's right. I swear I heard
Molyneux-
something.
Talk it up!
I don't think
I thought it was.
Bullfrog. Molyneux done Populous, and I don't think that was Bullfrog, was it?
Populous.
Yeah, he done Populous, I think, but I'm pretty sure he was
Well,
in
anyway,
Bullfrog.
get it because it's good.
Toxic
It
Game
was
fun.
free. It might still be up by the time that we're recording this. Obviously, if you've missed it, by the time this is actually out properly, you're screwed. So I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. But it's an amazing game. Oh! We've got a fact. We've got an incoming fact.
Ballful Productions was a British computer game developer founded in 1987 by Les Edgar and Peter Molyneux.
Oh, not Molyneux.
You just off, mate.
I've got scolded.
Yes.
Right, Molyneux.
My knowledge is poor as well.
Molyneux.
So you should take that as an extra insult.
He's like the god and devil of gaming because he always promises the world to you.
Yeah.
And I remember the first Fable when he was saying like, "Oh, the tree will grow with you, the environment will change, nothing."
No, he is so foolish.
He's so full of it. He's so full of it. Oh, what a mug. Anyway, moving on. More news. Sales of the PS4 have officially doubled the Xbox One in January.
Good.
And that is in both the US and the UK.
I should see them doing quite well.
A
with that.
lot of stores are still sold out of PS4s. It's very hard to even get one. Still.
I've got one.
With game in the UK is just, it's like basically mucking people off because the demand's so high. They're only selling them in these huge packages where they're like £500 packages.
Wait, quick one, yeah. Who's actually got a PS4?
Yeah, that was a crack clap.
What games have you got for your PS4?
Oh,
Oh wait, you haven't got PlayStation Plus. You're wrong.
I've got one game. I've got Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Still good though.
Yeah,
Banged.
it is really good.
But tell you what, right? You should have done PS Plus because that game was so good, man. Resogun.
No, really.
It didn't.
For something that was free,
interest
there
me.
was no like.
Yeah,
no
but
slacking it off, man.
I'm already going through one game and it's.
But it was free. You could download it for later.
I know.
That's the whole point. You get a free game every month.
Doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He just don't get it.
We're moving back to sales figures. In a similar note, it's been noted that the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, so it's the sort of re-release with higher graphics spec of the last Tomb Raider game, that has sold twice as many copies on PS4 as it has on Xbox One. So, especially in the UK, sales remain strong. Also, the Sony have said that they're trying to refresh stocks as best as they can. They're finding demand so high they basically cannot produce them fast enough. So that shows you how popular the PS4 is compared to the Xbox One. Whereas
They could have just mass produced them before.
no, well, it takes a lot of time.
I got my PS4 and I think the price is still there from GameStop.co.uk. And it's for $330 for the console alone. So it was worth the money because I then got the game which was about £45.
I had to be now, but I got mine for free as well as the games.
How do you get that then?
My bird boy for me.
Oh right, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the sales figures, Microsoft, they're trying to put a positive spin on it, claiming that they do have a 47% market share if they include Xbox 360. But they have to include Xbox 360 to make their figures look good. So it's not going well.
They're on the way down.
They are on the way down. They've doubled up on PS4. Doubled up. Also, a little bit of news. Total Biscuit of YouTube fame, YouTube and the internet, is currently being threatened with legal action from fun creators following one of his reviews of their game Guys of the Wolf. And there's now a Twitter war online where one of his staff, Christian, who does Zook Does Stuff, which is on YouTube as well, is another YouTuber who works for him.
I thought Total Biscuit was on his own.
No, he's got an entire team. He's part
does he?
of Highbrow Studios.
Oh right.
Highbrow Entertainment, sorry, is his company.
All right.
And there's been a lot of to and fro from him. Yeah, so at the moment there's a lot of legal action. There's also claims from the makers of the game, Fun Creators, that are saying that Total Biscuit is trying to blackmail them by showing email correspondence which they say is Photoshop. And because the Photoshop threatens legal action and Total Biscuit's sharing it. But he's getting a lot of support from his parent company at Maker Studios, and they're trying to defend them. Even the vice president of Maker Studios come out and trying to defend him on Twitter and trying to prove that all the correspondence is real and the company is threatening legal action.
The thing is though, he's in a position now where he probably could blackmail companies.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you saw a review from Total Biscuit that said this game is crap, you don't make you think it was crap.
See, this is a repeat because recently Total Biscuit was in the news because he reviewed another game, Day One Gary's Incident, which there was a similar situation happened there where he gave it a negative review. Basically, just a normal standard review, but he didn't like. He said he slammed the game. He slammed the game, and then they tried to copyright strike him on YouTube. They threatened legal action, and it blew back in their face. Because basically he responded with another video telling people what they were trying to do to him, and basically they got flooded with internet trolls. Everything because of what he'd done. All of the YouTube gaming community come out and supported him, and it seems like the thing's happening again. But this company, Fun Creator, has been a lot more aggressive and direct with legal action against him, whereas before it was sort of just trying to keep him quiet with the other Day One Gary's Incident. So looks like there could be trouble ahead for Total Biscuit. And it seems to be quite a common theme that if Total Biscuit puts out a bad review, companies seem to attack him quicker than other YouTube. There's plenty of other negative reviews online, but they seem to target Total Biscuit
massive, though, isn't he?
because of his popularity. Yeah,
Mm.
the fact that figures have shown when he gave the Gary's Incident review, sales plummeted. As soon as that came out, the sales plummeted. So,
But the fact is that they should make a good game. They shouldn't release trash, and especially Steam. I love Steam, but they're releasing more and more trash every day that's getting greenlit.
The thing is though, like, one man's trash is another man's like
treasure.
treasure, exactly. So just because someone necessarily don't like the game you're playing doesn't mean it's crap.
Mm.
Just means it's a difference of opinions, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because you can guarantee all our top 10 are going to be different.
yeah,
And you're going to have people be like,
There'll
oh,
probably
that's
be one or
crap.
two.
That's
Mm.
crap. Like, why is that there? But you might have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one on my list that I know people hated, and I loved it. Right, well that was the gaming news.
Okay, we'll go on to movie news next.
Right, movie news.
Movie news.
Not much is happening in the movies, I must say. It's quite a dire week for movies. First bit of news I've got is about The Wolf of Wall Street. Has anyone seen it?
Great film.
No, I've heard about
Long.
at the start of the film. There's who's one of the actors in it?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's it. He's sniffing some cocaine up a woman's backside.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man.
Is that right?
Great
Yeah.
film. If you want to see strippers, loads of drug abuse, violence. Mate, it's
Margot Robbie, who was in Neighbours, plays his wife. She's fit.
Oh, what,
She
is
was
that
in
the one-
Neighbours.
Is that the blonde bird?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's paying.
she was in Neighbours.
She's
I love telling people that.
Right, basically, Wolf of Wall Street has been banned in Kenya
Right, okay.
because of its like drug abuse and like whatever you want to call it, like its ratings. But there's been a lot of arrests in Kenya in regards to pirating DVDs.
What is
Wall
like
Street.
people basically smuggling copies of Wolf of Wall
Well,
Street?
it is that good of a film that people are smuggling it into Kenya. Maybe they want to cut some coke off it, you know, just get into the mood for Wolf of Wall Street.
That's mad.
So, yeah, people are getting a nice prison sentence for...
I have heard it's a
Well,
really good film.
it's punishable
It is.
by prison sentence.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long though.
Really?
Yeah.
Mate,
Wow.
you can't-
It's brilliant.
Punishable by death, I'm not even too sure.
You've seen it. Is it worth a prison sentence?
It is quality, man. It's about 3.5 hours long. But if anyone ain't seen it, definitely go see Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Right, second bit of movie news. In China, on Valentine's Day, a man bought every other cinema seat in a cinema so that no couples could go see films on Valentine's Day.
Oh, what a troll.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
brilliant.
so he bought every other seat, and yeah, he just didn't want people to go to the cinema as a couple on Valentine's Day,
He's full of hate, that.
which
man.
I've got to admit is a pretty good prank.
That is great.
Wish I thought of it first, really, but
That's sick.
at first they
Got
wouldn't
the
let him
money.
buy like every cinema ticket in like the thing. They wouldn't let him buy every seat, so he had to buy every other.
Troll of the
screwed
year
everyone.
award.
Screwed everyone.
Yeah.
But you know, at least he's got to pick a seats, isn't it? So
Oh dear.
Did he watch the film? Do you know?
probably not. I mean, it didn't say, but I doubt he did.
He sat at the back and just laughed.
He probably spent quite a lot of money on those cinema tickets. Cinema cheap.
Not only that,
so-
China. Like, there must be a lot of people. Like, just for the amount of people, you're just proper screwing it over. Isn't it? It's like, just even people who just want to go on their own.
And my last bit of movie news is Lego Movie came out recently. Has anyone seen it?
I've heard it's good. I watched an IGN review on it, which was 6 minutes long, and I got 3/4 of the way through it. I thought to myself, I don't need to watch this movie now. They've pretty much spoiled the whole thing.
I mean, personally, it's not something I'd go see because I prefer seeing strippers and people sniffing coke and stuff. But, it's got good reviews on IMDb, 8.6 out of 10. So for an animation, that's a pretty decent score. But yeah, I mean, looking at trailers, it does look all right, but it's nothing I would personally see. But if you're into that sort of stuff, go see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does look like
Does
pretty
look
good.
pretty good.
I'm definitely interested in seeing it.
Was that your news?
Yeah, that's my news.
Tech news now.
It's tech news.
Play.com parent company Rakuten acquires Viber. Rakuten has announced that it is to acquire Viber in a deal worth $900 million. The Play.com, Kobo and Wacky TV owner said that it is purchasing a Skype competitor as a technology it perfectly complements its digital strategy. I am tremendously excited to welcome Viber to the Rakuten family. Viber delivers the most consistently high quality and convenient messaging and VoIP experience available, said Rakuten chairman Hiroshi Mikitani. Additionally, Viber has introduced a great sticker market and has tremendous potential as a gaming platform. Simply put, Viber understands how people actually want to engage and has built the only service that truly delivers on all fronts. Do anyone use Viber?
No.
I've got it on my phone.
Yeah, I've got it. I've never used it.
I hate Play.com. They sold me out.
Play.com.
They sold me out.
Who'd they sell that to? This guy?
Rakuten.
Yeah.
Right,
Never used
yeah.
to be like that.
Mm.
They're sellouts, man.
They got bought out. So.
The Viber acquisition will add 300 million users to Rakuten's existing user base of 200 million, but the firm is yet to reveal its plans for the communications tool. Interesting.
Gee.
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't really use the Viber app.
What is it?
I've
Instant messaging.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
like
you
WhatsApp.
could
Like
also
Skype.
It's like a
Is that the thing where you can call internationally for free?
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Over the
it would be
internet.
handy, like for obviously people that've got family who live in different countries and don't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on a Wi-Fi or something like that, then yeah, and the other person is as well. You can call for free.
What's
You
it
can
all
call
for
Kenya
free?
and play Wolf of Wall Street so they can watch it through Viber.
Oh, it does.
That app's banging then.
Yeah. It's
It's
decent.
good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just I don't have any use for it.
Nah.
I've got an international family, I should use it.
I prefer WhatsApp.
Gee.
We're all part of the international family.
Next, Facebook introduces additional gender identities in support of LGBT. Facebook has added a selection of new gender identities for users to choose from rather than just male and female. Users on the US English site can now select other in the settings and go for around 50 alternative genders to be displayed on their profile pages.
What other genders are there?
Among the terms are cisgender, transgender, intersex, androgynous, bigender, and gender fluid.
What's gender fluid?
I don't know. In addition, the social network is allowing users to choose the pronoun they prefer, he, his, she, her, or they, their, so that their friends will receive prompts and messages in the form they prefer. As part of the move, Facebook is making it possible for users to choose who can see their gender and who cannot. When you come to Facebook to connect with the people, causes and organisations you care about, we want you to feel comfortable being your true, authentic self, the social network wrote on its Facebook diversity page. An important part of this is the expression of gender, especially when it extends beyond the definitions of just male or female. To celebrate the occasion, Facebook has placed rainbow-coloured flags along a catwalk at its headquarters in California.
Gay.
I don't
I literally have
understand.
no idea what cisgender means.
No, I
It
don't
No,
know.
says-
they're just making stuff up.
It says describes relative types of gender identity where the individual experiences their own gender.
I don't understand that.
No.
Lastly, Father Ted, IT crowd among Channel 4 shows leaving Netflix and Love Film. They will be removed from Netflix UK and Love Film Instant in the next few days. Channel 4's licences are to expire on both streaming services. They will be removed, Saturday or yesterday, followed a few days later on Love Film. The Inbetweeners, Shameless and Green Wing are said to also be among the long list of shows to be removed from the services. The move follows Channel 4's recent removal of content from YouTube, leaving the only option to watch shows on 4OD.
4OD is so bad.
It is terrible.
You have like 30 adverts, man. There's no point watching it on demand.
Is it one of the ones where they flood you with adverts?
No, it's literally like adverts are at the same point in where you'd be watching on telly.
Yeah.
And they're exactly the same length as well, so it's literally no point in watching on demand.
No. Channel 4 recently said to Wired about the YouTube removals, as a not-for-profit broadcaster funded by advertising, we put our money back into the programmes themselves. To make the best of this investment, we've decided to focus on bringing online viewers our full-length shows to our own 4OD apps. However, a spokesperson has not ruled out a return to Netflix and Love Film, saying VOD content has been part of Netflix since its very first day in the UK over 2 years ago, and we've had the lineup of Channel 4 shows on Amazon for some time now. We value our partnerships with both Netflix and Amazon and have ongoing discussions about the makeup of our content showcase on the platforms. There's a lot of shows going.
They're just
IT Crowd,
silly, man.
Shameless.
They're just...
So what's the list? So IT Crowd, Shameless.
God, there's loads on the
Yeah,
right.
20 is going to be sad.
Anatomy for Beginners, Beaver Falls, Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, Campus, Cutting Edge, Ali G Show, Derren Brown, Father Ted, Fresh Meat, Friday Night Dinner, Green Wing, Heston's Fishy Feasts, Hugh's Chicken Run, Made in Chelsea, Misfits, Peep Show, Peep vs Life, Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares, Shameless, Sirens, Skins, Inbetweeners, IT Crowd.
That was on Saturday the 17th of February.
15th, yesterday.
15th, sorry.
Programs,
Saturday the 15th of February, I should say.
4OD's rubbish! And that's the tech news.
Jolly good.
I guess we'll call that part 1. We'll return in part 2 for our top 10 games of the last generation.
Yeah!
Hi guys and girls, just letting you know of different ways to listen in and contact us. Currently we are experiencing technical issues with iTunes and Stitcher, so are unable to bring you the latest Self-Confessed Geeks episode via those medias. However, we are still available on SoundCloud, Self-Confessed Geeks, and YouTube, SCG Podcast. Also, if you would like to contact us, you can message us via Twitter at SCG Podcast or email selfconfessedgeeks1. Remember to add the 1 whenever you email us. Thanks for listening. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to SCG Podcast, episode 11. We are now into part 2, where we're going to be talking about our top 10 games from the past generation. That includes Xbox 360, PS3, the Wii, and PC. Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to go around, take it in turns, say one each, discuss, and move on. And that's pretty much the general theme of this part, or section. Who's going to start? Was it Age Before Beauty?
Age Before Beauty. Do you want to do Age Before Beauty?
Yeah, well, you'd win, wouldn't you?
I'm the second youngest.
You're not the second youngest. How old are you?
I'm only 24.
You're such a liar. Is he really 24?
He is younger than me, yeah.
So it's me first.
Yeah. If you,
man.
I'm really that much older than all of you.
Old man Steve.
I haven't.
You're grooming me, basically.
I haven't actually done it in any particular
No,
order.
don't do it in order. Just pick one.
I've got one. So.
Don't blow your load on.
I'm going to start off with Fable 2 in my top 10.
Fable.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, not play Fable 2.
We're back to Molyneux,
played the first one.
Yeah,
we're back to Molyneux.
We're on Molyneux. I just love Fable 2. I thought it was. I think it was the first game on Xbox that I actually played. So that's why it holds a special place in my heart. It's just the general. You could be good or evil, You could have as many wives as you want, and you'd try and get them to meet each other. So, or you'd have a wife and then girlfriend, and then you get them to meet each other, then your wife would leave you. You could do other things like that.
I played Fable though.
Sorry?
I played Fable.
Fable 2?
Yeah.
The voice acting in it was brilliant. Kind of like old England thing.
Does that have John Cleese in it?
Yeah. Fable 2. That's my first choice. Any opinions from you guys?
Ha! No, Molyneux, it's the thing. Molyneux promises so much, and it's never as good as he promises.
Yeah, he did, but I still love that
Got
game.
to say, I did enjoy that game.
Of all the Fables, that's the only one I really played extensively. Fable 2. Fable 3 was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Did you play it?
That was really where he promised the world and got nothing.
Yeah, that was not good at all.
No.
I like Fable 1 though.
Yeah, they just re-released that, haven't they?
Yeah, Fable
There's a HD version.
See, I didn't enjoy Fable 1 at all. My personal opinion, I thought it was boring.
I hate every other game except
Yeah.
my top 10.
How am I not surprised you didn't like that game, Westy?
Yeah, he's the only guy who's got skins as games. I love characters.
Right, that's me. That's my first one out of the way.
Alright,
I guess League of Legends, Paul.
I'm gonna...
This is just a page for the League of
If
Legends.
you've done top 10, might as well keep it in order. If you actually have done it.
Okay, well, I couldn't arrange them, but I'll go with number 10, which is the Assassin's Creed franchise.
That's quite a high placement though, because they're quite good.
Yeah, I thought Assassin's Creed 1 is the game that got me into buying the PS3. I thought it was a fantastic game. It was well underrated for what it delivered. Yes, it did have sections which was repetitive, like, which all the series actually still does, where you trail people and you have to listen to them on park benches and stuff like that. It had a lot of that more compared to the other games in the franchise, but I thought that as a whole the franchise was brilliant, and Assassin's Creed 4 is the best among them. That's Black Flag with the pirates. I think it's pretty good.
Taking your boats around and just sitting, plundering some booty.
Are they all equally as good? Because I was thinking about getting from number 1 this week.
See, I didn't like number 2.
See, yeah. One, I did really enjoy number 1. But once you got the silly Italian geezer in it, it just went down for me.
Whatever his name was.
Ezio Auditore.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just, it got buggy. It seemed like they were just pumping out sequels. And it just seemed like it was just bug after bug. To the point where I found Brotherhood unplayable. I gave up because there was a point, because you could ride a horse, could you? And there was a point where my horse was halfway in the ground, floating, sort of like skiing along, and things where walls would just clip in and out, and really dodgy things like that.
I think I remember actually, go back to one of our first podcasts, Westy, did you not moan about a horse on Assassin's Creed?
But I can't remember. I know that I had a moan about Assassin's Creed 3.
You actually got abused for it. Because I think the first week he moaned about a horse from Assassin's Creed, the second week he moaned about a horse from Assassin's Creed, the third week he moaned about a horse from Assassin's Creed.
I think that was quite a legendary moment.
Yeah.
There are some hilarious glitches on Assassin's Creed though.
Have
you seen the masturbation glitch?
Oh, the masturbation
Like, all the
glitch,
guards go on the roof and they get trapped in the wall and they all just do that.
By the way, for those audios, he's shaking his hand up and down.
Yeah, because I'm sure people can't get a picture of that in there.
Just check it out, it's great.
What happens if people's top 10s merge? Like if we've got something that's on
The same.
I think we just have one less thing to talk about.
Yeah. Because I'm going to say it now, I did have Assassin's Creed 1 on my list.
Nice.
Because number 1 was the only one I enjoyed, and I really enjoyed it.
Have you not got the new one?
I've got the new one. I can't be bothered to play it all. It's not engrossing me.
No, the new one.
It's good. It is good, and it's definitely better than what's his name, Italian bollocks.
Ezio Auditore. I probably said that all wrong.
Auditore.
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 What I like about the new one is that you can you get coins for doing stuff, and then you can spend those coins on like visual upgrades.
Well, one thing
Yeah.
I like with a new one, I
Like
like being
Captain's
a
Outfit.
bit of a knob on the high seas and just robbing people. I
Rob
do
Simon,
like
didn't
boarding ships.
West-
That's amazing. Like, especially
Yeah,
if
and
they've got a
especially
big one.
if you go, you can get the rope and
Swing.
swing across, but you can get also up onto the one of the higher decks of the ship, and then you can swing in, like you swoop down
Yeah.
onto. I think that's brilliant.
Well, like
Animation is
go back to
fantastic.
the coin thing. If you like, I don't know, you don't even have to do that much to get those coins, do you? Do you know? Is it like? Oh, I don't know. You haven't got PSN. You haven't got PlayStation Plus, have you?
Thanks.
No, but like, if you like, you get coins and you can buy like visual upgrades, and you literally, it don't take long, but you can get like all like the best visual stuff for your buttons, like pretty much. I can spend an hour or two into it, and then, like, they look sick, like all royal sails and like gilded like wheels and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah,
Proper,
I
like,
do
top
like
notch.
that stuff. Like you can customise your boat.
Yeah, and your person as well. Like,
Well, I've got all of the outfits from from
Yeah.
the previous games, like you do, and I love that aspect to it. I thought it was brilliant. I don't know whether or not you would unlock, for example, if no one had bought Assassin's Creed 3 or played it on their console, would they then be able to?
nah, because I've only got Assassin's Creed 2, and that was the only one I unlocked.
Right. Okay.
Like, you know, the pure white with the hood.
Yeah.
I think that was number 2.
Pure white with a hood would be number 1.
Alright, it was number 1 then.
Altair's.
Yeah,
that's the
Altair.
only one I got. I didn't get anything else.
You got Ezio's one, which is he wears a cape over one shoulder,
What, red? That's the
with
one
red.
I had. That's the one I had.
Yeah, and then Altair, who's from the first game in the series, has just an all white outfit on,
No, the one I've got has got red on it.
and then
Ezio's.
I can't remember his name. Who's the one from number 3?
Conrad. Or
Connor. That's
Connor,
it.
Yeah.
Corner.
So he.
Goes from Italian to corner.
Yeah, was he part American Indian, part English?
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Right, so
So yeah, I just thought the Assassin's Creed franchise.
I
was
think we've heard
brilliant.
enough. Right,
Darn it!
enough about Assassin's Creed because that's tick one off of my list. It's
Right.
your go.
My number 10 is the Guitar Hero franchise.
Right.
I sweated that game so much as a child. Well, not as a child, but like,
Sure, we will.
do you know what I mean? Like, it is a big franchise. They've stopped doing it now, unfortunately. But like, there's nothing more exhilarating than hyperspeed through fire, wind, and flames. It's like that. Magic fingers. I mean, did any of you play it?
Oh yeah, I
didn't-
did.
I
I played it
didn't
at my
like
mate's
it.
house a few
Yeah.
times.
It's a party game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I just thought it was boring.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did that on my own.
But I find all them sort of rhythm games boring. I don't like.
I must admit, I wasn't a great fan, but I could see why it was a group activity. It's just that I didn't really
You don't have any
get.
musical talent. You don't
That-
have any artistic critique.
That is true.
When
It's
they
very
put the
true.
drums, when they put the drum, what was that? That was Rock Band. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Rock
Same
Band, yeah.
thing. When they put the drums in it, that was good. The drumming was good on them because they were more.
Psychosocial, man.
Yeah, they were more realistic. Yeah. So I enjoyed the drumming. I did like guitars on them
That's
games.
a good one, Guitar Hero.
I like to be the singer though.
Mate,
Yeah.
I sang Seal last night.
Seal.
Kiss from a
Kiss from a
Rose.
Rose.
I smashed it.
And what's the newest one like? You got
Warriors of Rock, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that was the last one they made.
there's
It's stopped now.
not rock band, but there's another one.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar, or was it called Rock Band? There's the news game.
No, Rock Band and Guitar Hero are two completely different separate games.
Yeah, but it's like a
Band
spiritual
Oh, it might be what's
sequel,
that?
isn't it?
No. They're two completely separate games.
Oh right, okay.
Like, Rock Band was only on Xbox, I think. It wasn't on PS3.
There's one that is it's in a spiritual successor, as it's you would call it, and you learn how to actually play a guitar.
Oh, that's Rocksmith.
Rocksmith, that's it.
That's nothing to do with that either.
Mm.
I've got that though, but unless you actually can play a guitar, that is ridiculously insane. Like, I can play bass
Yeah.
fairly well, and I found it quite hard.
Mm.
But like, it's good to learn, I suppose. But it's not really a good learning tool. They sort of didn't deliver what it was meant to. It's still good fun. Like, you actually learn how to play songs rather than just smash keys. So,
Good shout out.
Margo, is it? Margo is a game that's technically from the generation before, but it was re-released.
Slacker.
Yeah, it's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, so I would have gone Final Fantasy 7.
Well, no, it's complete, like, I'm doing it, I don't care. Right? It's Quake Live, which was the re-release of Quake 3 Arena, and they've done it online through a browser. And you
Okay.
can play it for free, it's totally free. Played through the browser, so it literally is like a add-on to like Firefox or something like that. It just works through an add-on, and it just loads up, and you're playing the original Quake 3. Online. There's tournaments and everything. They've got their whole streaming capability built into it now. It's like the old school FPS, fast paced, shooting with rockets, and nothing like the new FPSs, which are now slower.
Yeah.
It's all rocket jumping, strafe turning, sort of
Old school.
twitch, sort of twitch reaction
Yeah.
shooter. So
Yeah,
it's good
nice.
to get something old back. And that's why it's on my list.
You have to put it
I've
on.
never played it, so I can't.
Is it
comment.
just a Chrome extension or?
Yeah, it's like you can just go on Quake Live. You make a free account.
I'll have a look at that when we've done this. See if we can get the extension. I like Chrome extensions and stuff.
Like my Chrome extensions.
I like my Chrome extensions.
I must admit, I played a bit of Quake.
Release my Chrome
I played a bit of Quake 3 on the Dreamcast. You could get that on that, but without a keyboard and mouse, which I never had on that, it was dreadful to try and.
Wasn't it on Dreamcast? You had to put the controller down and then use the three top buttons for like WASD, and then you use the. I swear there was a weird control setup.
There was a very
Either
weird.
that or Unreal Tournament on it.
It was Quake 3, and it was a definitely weird setup of how it operated. You might be right. I can't exactly remember how they had the controller configured, but it was definitely not how you would normally operate that type of game. And it was designed for a keyboard and mouse on the Dreamcast, which you had to pay. It was peripherals for that, and I simply didn't want to.
You mean peripherals?
Peripherals.
Say?
Peripherals.
That wasn't one of
Peripherals.
my honourable mentions though. Unreal Tournament. So that's banging.
Honourable mention.
Honourable mention.
I'm going to go for it next one. My favourite, Call of Duty.
Oh, here we go. It's on my list. See if I've got the same one.
Oh, 2 people gonna get punched in the balls today.
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh,
You didn't even do Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, I like COD 4, but I was introduced to Call of Duty
You get
at
2
Modern
smacks in the
Warfare
balls
2.
now. It's not even a good one.
That's not even a good one.
Smacking the
It
balls.
is,
times
yeah, but
two.
COD 4 was good, but I got introduced to
Right.
it as Modern
Soon as people are
Warfare 2.
taking stuff off my list, I had COD 4.
Yeah.
You ain't
COD,
gonna- you
COD
ain't
4
gonna get
was a
it.
better game. It was a better game, but I preferred
It
Modern
was the
Warfare
game
2.
that got me into it. It was like
Yeah.
amazing. COD 4.
The multiplayer on COD 4 was a lot better as well.
Just like the snipering or
Yeah.
snipers in.
Are they both? Is yours Modern Warfare as well?
Yeah, this is Modern Warfare
COD
1.
4, yeah,
Mine's
Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare 2.
1.
Oh, one
Call
and
of
two.
Duty
Okay.
4, Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back when they still called them 4.
What's
Like they still had numbers.
was your one like the orangey cover?
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
loved
game
it.
single-handedly ruined Call of Duty.
No, that was Modern Warfare 3, mate. That was
Yeah,
gash.
I've heard that was
That
terrible.
was terrible. I haven't played Ghosts.
I've got Ghosts.
No, I haven't played Ghosts.
I've got Ghosts.
What? You said you're going to punch us in the balls? You got Ghosts.
Yeah, but I
You're one of the 3 people who
Oi,
got fucking
before you start
Ghosts.
shouting at me, right? I'm there for Christmas, alright? I ain't not going to
It
play it,
was
am
a
I?
gift. It was a gift.
Yeah.
I use it as toilet paper.
Have you? Have you actually played it yet?
Yeah, I have.
And what do you think of it?
It's definitely better than some of the ones before.
So you've played going into Call of Duty games. You like Black Ops, don't
Yeah,
you?
I like the Treyarch ones.
Yeah, I
Majority
do.
of the time, except for 4. Was so the ones that Treyarch brought out, so Black Ops.
Not Black Ops 2.
Yeah, with Nuketown. Yeah.
Nuketown.
Black Ops 1 is like my favourite.
World at
That's-
War.
Yeah, even World at War,
World
but
at
that's
War,
got hacked
Black
so
Ops.
bad.
Wait, what was the one that had like the dirtily long range on knifing? You could literally hit from like so far away. You had
I
like
think that
Commando
was
Modern
Pro
Warfare
and
2, wasn't it?
stuff.
I think that was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
That game
and
was so
Commando, yeah.
because
Where
you
you
could
could lunge forward.
Yeah, you got a lunge, yeah. But all up to Modern Warfare. In fact, it's the start of Modern Warfare 2 now as well. Multiplayer just hacked. Invincibility, invisibility, people flying around and stuff. And they won't touch it anymore. And that's what ruined the games. Because World at War I thought was brilliant. And COD 4.
Like COD 4, man, when that hack got leaked, that was the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Which
no
one?
clipping, falling through the
Yeah,
map,
exactly.
flying through the map, popping up underneath the other team.
Well, there's got no clip, yeah, and you don't know where you're getting shot from and everything.
Because that used to be able to get to places on the map that you never used to be able to get to before. Like, was it Block?
Yeah,
you used to be able to get on the top,
yeah.
and you could have a sniper and just pick people off. It was so jokes.
That's it. But that's what everyone does on there now. That's why, and they never updated it, so it's a shame.
Well, it was fun though, man, because you'd no clip, go on the top, and then someone with no clip behind you, and then you'd like yourself because someone would be right behind you.
See, that's the thing. I think that hackers ruin the game. That that one over that dirty hacker over there. I don't like it when people hack the games because it ruins. They might get 5 minutes of enjoyment out of it, but when you got people doing it all the time, then it doesn't. No one enjoys the game.
No.
Right, have you ever played Call of Duty?
No, but I
Okay,
played.
right.
I
So
played
you don't know
Counter-Strike.
how mundanely that game is, right? And how boring it is, right? The only thing that actually makes that game any fun is by hacking. Honestly, can you honestly tell me that it was fun to get to 10th prestige max level?
I never got there.
Mate, I hacked it every time.
I just like playing with my
because
mates.
it's easy.
That's all I
I
like.
don't randomly, mates.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just...
Billy, no.
No clip it through the map.
Granted, I never played that. I played Counter-Strike. That's where
That's full of hackers in it.
How have you never played Call of Duty?
I've never been interested in
I've had
it.
this conversation, right? I tried to get it to go so many times and PlayStation Plus just so we could have a go, but no.
Oh, it just don't make sense. Like
But-
everyone's at least tried COD. Everyone.
Call of Duty, right? The ghosts. Did you say
Goats.
Call of Duty Ghosts!
That would be brilliant. Call of Duty.
Or was it actually?
No, bro,
I
we're
don't know.
comfy, man.
But Call of Duty Ghosts is supposed to be dreadful. It's supposed
not,
to be
man,
the
it's not.
worst in the
Oh,
series.
definitely not, mate. There's been
No,
some
Modern
horrible
Warfare
ones.
3.
Some absolutely horrible ones.
That was definitely the worst. Modern Warfare 3 was just
I didn't like Black Ops 2 either.
Oh yeah, I did try. To be honest, I just remembered I have tried one. Black Ops 1. I
That's a
played.
good one.
I played that single player,
Zombies is
and
good,
I
right?
got fairly far into it. I never completed the campaign because I got so utterly bored of it.
It's not even long, it's only 6 hours.
Yeah, and I got bored.
No, to be fair, right, I liked playing Call of Duty on veteran mode. Trying to do it on veteran because it was just a challenge.
Yeah.
'Cause it was bare hard. Like,
Yeah, I've done
proper.
them all on veteran. Yeah.
Solid, isn't it though? Like first time around, it's hard. There ain't that many games these days that are hard.
Okay, number 9. Although these aren't in order. League of Legends.
No, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
Oh mate,
I don't think we should have any time
time
to talk about it because you talk about it every week. Every podcast there's a mention of League of Legends. So, go on then. Go on then, Westy. Discuss your League of Legends.
I think it is a superb game. And
It's
superb.
Super cute.
Superb. No, I think it's really fun. It does get you to work with others. Whereas in like Counter-Strike and all that, it's like, oh, I'm just going to go and do my own stuff. But with League, you have to work as a team. And if one of you aren't performing, then the whole team can fall down and be wiped
I
out
beg to
just
differ,
because of
man.
one
Honestly,
player.
I beg to differ.
You really think so?
Yeah, I reckon there's so many broken champs, man. That literally you only need that champion on your team, and you will win every game. I think it's child's play proof. Like, to be honest, like there's no real. Don't know. Like compared to Dota, it's just child's play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my honest opinion, man. I think
It's
anyone that
full
like,
of knobs.
yeah, it's like it's for the kids, right?
Yeah, but
For
you
one.
said that Dota has, since it's gone free to play, and it's come out of beta, you've got a lot more kids in it.
Well, it's
and
not kids. It's just I can't
Trolls.
say it, but like
Trolls. You think
Russians.
so? Russians.
But the
it's
thing is,
huge,
the matchmaking is like, it's messed up because even if you select England or Europe, you'll still get put with Russians.
Because they changed their category to get shorter queues.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
and it's just like you can't understand what they're saying. They can't understand what you're saying. And it's just a
Everyone seems to have an Eastern European accent if they come over game chat. It's really weird. I'm like, you expect like Koreans or someone like that to be bigger into it. But
Also, the thing is just it's a money sink as well, because like
I do agree with
everything
that.
has to be purchased. Like at least with Dota, you can get stuff from the games.
No, I disagree with that point. The things that you have to purchase are the skins. Everything else, apart,
But you don't. You have nothing to work towards.
Yes, you do.
What?
You can unlock the champions to use
Then
more
what, though?
champions.
But like,
and then another one comes out.
yeah. Why should you have to pay for a champion when it comes out in a game that's free?
No, you don't have to pay. You unlock them.
Yeah, but why should you have to get points on it? Why can't you just be able to use them?
But can you do that in Dota?
Yeah, every champion's unlocked.
Every champion's free.
And you get skins, or not skins, but like customization like items
And they drop
from the games.
Yeah.
So, how do they earn their money?
It's
Well-
Valve, they don't need to.
Well, no, they
Simply.
obviously have different things like chests, which you can open for keys,
Yeah.
which you can buy, like same as Team Fortress, like crates.
Hmm.
But that's only if you're after like
They sell
certain stuff.
and they sell tournament tickets, which are like you basically pay to watch a professional tournament. So it's like paying an attendance fee, but you buy a ticket and you watch it in the game client.
And you get items for it as well.
Yeah, you get items for it and things.
Pretty nifty. But
Yeah, we just killed League of Legends for it.
League of Legends toasted, bro.
no, but I found that League is easier to get into. Maybe because you said it's more troll friendly or whatever like that. They've made it more user friendly to get into the game compared to Dota.
I don't think so, man. Honestly.
I thought so.
Before you can even start playing Dota, you have to do what's it called? Like
Tutorial.
tutorial. Yeah.
Mm.
With League of Legends, you don't have to.
Well, that's true.
You
The
get
tutorial in League when I joined was dreadful. So picking it up was slightly more difficult if you don't have anyone to kind of guide you. Thankfully, I did. I had some people with me who convinced me to get into the game.
It was me that got you into it.
One of them, yeah.
Also, on Dota,
You got some paying to do, yeah.
it's not your fault.
It was my fault. But Dota wasn't out at the time.
On Dota, you can get trainers, which are people which will help you play the game.
Yeah, there's what's it? Mentor.
Mentors, yeah.
The mentor program,
Yeah, and you can get people that are really high leveled, like really high ranked, and they'll come into your games
Sort
with
of,
bots
sort of
and
like,
teach you how to play.
yeah, semi-pros
Yeah.
tend to offer like tutorials and like they'll play with you in game via the mentor system.
But I bet you, did you say you have to pay for that?
Nope.
No,
No.
Free.
no, that's free.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You just have to find a mentor when you're online, and then you.
At every turn, you're getting smashed, mate. In terms of League of Legends. Every turn,
There is
Dota's
no
beating
pro
League of
over
Legends.
Dota. Honestly.
It's Valve's got a lot more money to throw at it, and they don't have to make profit out of it because they're using that as a platform to get people into Steam. So it's sort of like, oh look, there's this game, but you've got to have Steam. So right, we'll download Steam. Oh look at all these games you can buy. That's basically what it's for. It's basically advertising.
Mm.
And plus, I can make money playing Dota.
Yeah.
Because I can sell all my items on the market, the Steam market. And I sold something the other day, a mythic weapon for £9.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can actually make money on Dota.
That's pretty cool.
So, but that's what I had to open a chest. I paid £1.50 and I got a £9 item out of it. So that's like 400% profit. Actually, 500% profit.
How much have you paid in money? Have you earned more than you spent?
Well, no, but it's because I enjoy it. I don't really care, innit?
Mm.
Like, I'll open crates just for the chance of getting an unusual courier, and I've got them.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mother boss.
You're up.
Right.
Moving on.
Okay, my number 9 is Devil May Cry.
Ooh, Devil May Cry.
Right.
The new
Okay.
one was banging.
Yeah,
PS3.
Yeah, the new one was. It was just called DMC.
yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
DMC Devil May Cry. It says. No, that's what it was called. DMC
Alright,
Devil May
I thought
Cry.
it was just
And
Mick.
it got very different reviews. Some people liked it. Other people slagged it off big time.
I mean, I honestly think it was the best one in quite a few. Like, the first one was quality, the second one was quality, third and fourth were a bit iffy. And that was a nice fresh breath air, like quality graphics, and just a good old hack and slash game, which you don't really get these days.
What about the characters compared to the original?
Well, that's
and
the
new
thing,
one?
like the main character in the new one was sort of like the first guy in another life sort of thing. Because he had like split bits, like cutscenes where he'd turn and you'd see the old guy's hair and face and stuff.
Right.
And it was quality. I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
That sounds
Well,
like
I've never
it.
played any
Never
of them.
played
Yeah.
Right, play the first Devil May Cry on Dante Must Die mode, and you'll want to just rip someone's fucking head off.
Just
Trust me, mate. I'll show you a YouTube video afterwards, man. It is so hard.
Devil May Cry.
It's one of the hardest games I've ever played. Honestly, on the second difficulty, trying to do the end bosses is solid.
Very good. Right, my next one will be Path of Exile.
Yes!
Path of Exile.
Path of Exile has hack and slash action RPG, similar to Diablo, but free to play.
And blew it out of the water.
Yeah, it's basically it come along at a sort of time. I think it came out just before Diablo 3 was coming out, and everyone was like hyped for Diablo 3, so it sort of hit at the right time. And then people played Diablo 3 and then realised this is nowhere near as good as we thought it was going to be. And people were like, oh, we've got Path of Exile though, and it's banging.
So
It is really good.
He
really
broke his
good.
leg. I was in for a week and we sweated it for a week.
It's got obviously it's free to play, so it's got a cash shop, but you can't buy anything that breaks the game, or it's all cosmetic stuff.
We
Like,
bought frogs
we've got frogs.
with crowns.
Yeah, we bought frogs with crowns that follow us through the game. I've got a blue one, you've got a red one.
Yeah. I just built pure movement speed, and I used to just run around the
Yeah.
map so fast, just scout the whole map out.
It's a lot more complex than sort of other sort of games like that. Because
yeah, I saw
the passive skill tree will.
I saw that
mind
skill
fuck
tree.
You. It's so huge. You can basically build any sort of character you want.
Sort of like Final Fantasy X sphere grid.
Thank you. I was just going to say that. Yeah, it reminds me so much of that. And Final Fantasy Spear Grid just mind-boggled me as to how to use it.
There's so
so
many
like-
different millions of combinations that you can build your character like.
Yeah.
Right.
You can
And
basically design
movement speed
anyone.
was my choice. Scouting.
Yeah, you
Go
went,
skating.
you pretty much went pure movement speed, so you could just run through levels. Just run.
I didn't even have to fight anything. I could run past everything.
But what happened when you come to a boss?
Oh yeah.
If you run past everything?
No. I was built with like pure agility movement speed, because you couldn't like there's
so you
gaps
attacked
in
really
between all
fast as
like
well.
like movement speed like blocks, so you'd have to hit other stuff. You couldn't just go movement speed. It'd be like movement speed plus 5%, and you'd have like agility, movement speed.
Right.
Yeah,
So
the-
it was like
passive skill tree is like sort of like paths. So if you get one point and it opens up a branch to the other, and you can go either direction, and you have to basically plan in advance the way you want to go,
Right.
and you can make it. And it just snakes around this entire big board of. You should see the pictures. It's mental. And your normal move skills, like your normal abilities, like you'd have in any other sort of RPG, they're actually, you don't learn them. They drop from enemies. They're like rare. They're like items,
Yeah.
and they're gems, and you socket them into your weapons. So if you've got it socketed in your weapon or armour, you can use that skill. So you could be any class and just use a skill from another. Like I was a barbarian that could lightning bolt people. So, well, not barbarian. That's what Diablo calls it. It's a marauder.
Yeah.
Is what they're called in Path of Exile. And they've recently actually just released another class.
Is it?
About two weeks ago, I think.
What was I, a hunter?
You were a ranger, yeah.
Ranger, that's it.
Ranger.
What's the type of game? What's it actually called?
Action RPG.
Yeah.
Is that what it's classed as?
Yeah.
I thought it's called like a roguelike or something like
No,
that.
it's not a roguelike. No. It's like Diablo hack and slash action RPG. The official term is ARPG.
Action RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hack and slash, smash the button, give you repetitive
Yeah.
strain injury.
In comparison with Path of Exile and Diablo 3, which I played, which is the better game?
Path
Path
of
of
Exile.
Exile.
Even though it's
Hands
not,
down. Hands down.
even though the company wasn't known
Yeah,
before
hands
then.
down, beat Diablo 3.
It's their first ever game, the company that made it.
Yeah,
It's their only game. They've made grinding gear games. They're from New Zealand.
and they've beat a company, a Blizzard Entertainment, who
Blizzard dropped the ball with Diablo.
Yeah, they ruined that.
Considering how good Diablo 2 was. If we ever done a list of all time, Diablo 2's really near the top for me.
I'd put Diablo 3 really down the bottom.
Yeah,
like
but
worst
Diablo
games
3, not as good. There was a lot of joy when I first got into it because it was a new Diablo game and I've been waiting for one for years, about 10 years. And then I got to the point where I got to Inferno and I was like, this is not fun anymore.
ever. The only thing that was fun was that rainbow thing.
Oh, Whimsyshire.
Yeah.
In Diablo, they're known for putting secret levels in. Like before, it was the cow level. So you go into this like portal, and you come out into this village where it's being attacked by mutant cows. There were giant cows with massive like axes and halberds.
Yeah.
And the newest one was basically you go into My Little Pony. And you have to kill the ponies and unicorns attack you. And you have to, you kill them, but they literally explode and there's blood and everything just flies everywhere. And instead of chests, you have to fist pump to clouds with smiley faces who just shoot fire out gold, basically.
I mean, I was the only one I really knew who had that staff
Yeah,
to actually get into that level.
yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
Path of Exile better than Diablo 3. I don't think it's better than Diablo 2 though, but that's a different story.
I'm going to go with, I'm probably on my own here, but one of my favourites was Sims 3.
I've got that on my list.
Oh, brilliant! I'm glad you got it. I'm glad
That
you
was
got
my
it.
next one.
Yeah, it's just a fun game.
Oh, Sims.
It's
That
just
was my
pure
next one as
fun.
well. That was my next one.
Was it?
7, yeah.
I just loved it. I mean, when I got it on, I had it on the Xbox as well, and I got really lucky. I started doing my geezer because I made myself, and I checked his inventory, and he had 3 police cars and some other crap, and I ended up with loads of money. So I was like, right, and I started my house from scratch and just like made my house all really nice, and then you go and meet people around town and get a girlfriend and start building a family and get the right jobs and stuff. I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
No, I used to just call people up. Go, oh, yeah, do you want to come in the pool? Get in the pool. Delete the stairs that drown.
Yeah, that was the thing in
Just
the
kill everyone.
You could do that. Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's just like I don't know. I just thought it was a really
That's
fun
the cool
game.
thing about it as well. Do you know, like, depending on how the person died, their sprite would be a different colour.
Oh,
right.
So, like,
yeah.
if they died by drowning, their sprite would be blue and dripping.
Oh, I
If they
didn't know
died
that.
by fire, they'd be completely red on fire.
Mm.
All different stuff
Okay.
like electric shocks, they'd be like purple, all that stuff.
Yeah, because I had pets as well,
Mm.
and I'd get my cat to go and release the souls or whatever, and I didn't never work out why they're all
I
different
mean, I've got
colours.
pretty much every expansion on PC. So if you want to borrow something, I mean, the best one was the new one, the Magic one.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the original Sims?
I
Yeah.
liked the original Sims. I
Did you ever
must
have the
admit.
expansion, Making Magic?
I had the first one, which was Living It Up, where you got the genie.
Yeah.
So you had that, and you also had Death. He
Wait,
come
wait,
in.
What did the genie do?
He grant you 3 wishes.
But what were they? I can't remember. How did it work?
I can't remember, but I think that the genie messed up sometimes and ended up killing you and stuff like that, and then the Death would come in and take you away.
The Sims one had the most foolproof plan of killing someone in any of the games, because you could have a cheat which would let you pick up people. So you could place them in a room with nothing in it. You used to have that firework display item.
Yeah.
You could set the firework off inside a house, it would just set it alight. Used to have like houses with like 30 gravestones.
But no, Sims 3. Sims 4's coming out soon as well.
Yeah, Sims 3. That was weird, man. That was on my list.
I'm glad it was.
So have you played the previous Sims games?
Yeah, I played them all.
Yeah, I've played them all.
And do you feel that's the best of the whole bunch though?
Yeah, you could just do so much more with it.
I mean, Sims, the original Sims Making Magic expansion is the best expansion I've ever played in any game. I can honestly put that hands down.
I know Living It Up did some kind of magic. It had also introduced you to making. You could make a lab.
No, but my Making Magic was like spells, potions, like witchcraft. It was quality, but they've released the one for Sims 3 now, which is pretty much a remake of that.
All right.
It's so good. So good.
Yeah.
I might have to give that a try.
It's just a fun game.
Yeah, just
relaxing.
You're like, oh yeah.
That's the thing, is that the first Sims game, it's one of those that you can sink so many hours into it and not know like the time's gone by.
Yeah.
Do you know what, for you, Paul? Think of a bird you really fancy. Make a little family of your own Sims.
Yeah. Do that. Could do that. That's Sims 3
The only
for
way
me.
you're going to get to do it. No.
Bit heartless, isn't it?
Big brawl.
Okay, my next one will be StarCraft 2.
Oh,
I've never played it, to be fair, but I reckon it does look good.
I've played it, not my sort of cup of tea. That.
See,
It reminds me of Age of Empires.
yeah, it's
That's
a real-time strategy game in the similar fashion of Age of Empires and Red Faction. Not Red Faction, sorry.
Red Alert.
Red Alert, that's what I was thinking. Thank you. So in a similar vein, where you would build an army and then send your army to fight another person's army. I think it's brilliant. I like science fiction, and this is a real-time strategy around science fiction.
Is it free?
Yes, it is. You can get the starter
Yeah. How much?
edition. The actual game is about £30. You probably can get it for about
Is it free
$20
to play
online.
though? You ain't paid monthly or anything.
No, it's no pay monthly, no
If I
subscription
buy it, you
based.
teach me how to play it.
Yes.
Sweet.
I've got it. I
Um,
haven't got the expansion. It's Heart of the Swarms out, isn't it?
yeah, the actual. I believe what they've done is they've made the multiplayer free, so you can go into the game and play multiplayer straight off the bat with the starter edition, which you can download from the Blizzard website. And they've also got the arcade mode, which they're custom maps people have made.
Yeah, they're mods.
Mods. So sometimes they may end up better than the original game, some of these. But what you pay for mainly is the campaign mode, which is fantastic. So you've got StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty is the first one, and the expansion to that, which is about the same price as StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Both are fantastic and both have a great storyline, great character development, and there is a twist in the StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, which is the first of the two, which I weren't imagining that little twist there.
Would you say that it's worth buying now? Because I know it's been out for quite a while, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very addictive online multiplayer game. Multiplayer is fantastic. If you weren't sure, Twitch has games of it streaming all the
Well, I
time.
mean, I've watched it before. I mean, I'm just waiting for a game like Age of Empires Mythology, because I used to sweat that game. I used to love that game so much. I've never found anything sort of like it again, because I tried like Roos. That was shit. Just there haven't really been any like good
Yeah.
real-time strategies.
Yeah, there hasn't.
In a while.
Well, I think StarCraft 2 is one of the best strategies to date. The other game that is much older is Warcraft 3 that I loved, but that's a much older game.
I
So
played that.
fantastic. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah.
I did like Warcraft 3.
I played it in French though.
Sorry?
I played it in French.
French?
Yeah.
Why?
That's my cousin had it.
Alright.
It's still fun though.
There's StarCraft 2, there's 3 races in StarCraft 2, and Wings of Liberty follows the Terran, which are the humans. Heart of the Swarm follows the Zerg, which is the monsters, and then you've got another one that has been made, it hasn't been given a name yet, which will be the Protoss, which is the alien race. So that will be like a
I
technological
thought they
race.
did have a name
Don't think it's been given a name yet. No.
I did hear it. Oh, what was it called? It's like they're bringing back an old term that was in the first one, because I think the first ever like Dota type game was a StarCraft mod. Aeon. I think it's named after that. The new one. It's like Aeon of Strife or something like that.
No, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but have you, Steve? Have you ever given these real-time strategy games a go? Are they your bag?
I like real-time strategy. My favourite was Empire Earth.
And you can, I think you played that, so there's a video of that on the SCG podcast. Right?
Yeah. But I like Age of Empires as well. That was good.
That was old school, man. Like Age of Empires, Mythology and Titans. Those two, they used to be like custom maps built by people, and they used to be just so much fun. Like I can't remember, there was one that sticks in my brain. It's like you pick a unit, and then you use that unit, and then you level up, and then you pick another, like the units get gradually better.
Yeah.
Till you get to the top one, which is like Titan, and you just start wrecking stuff. But no, it's just like that, it's just really good fun.
My favourite Star Trek game was real-time strategy as well. For the Federation, that was brilliant. Love that.
But the thing I don't like about StarCraft is they just totally ripped off Warhammer 40,000. It's a complete and utter rip-off.
I agree with the Marines.
The
I
Marines,
can see that.
That's the Empire, that's the Imperium. The Zerg are the Tyranids. And
Right.
the Protoss are essentially a cross between the Tau and the Elder.
Right.
It's like they have ripped it off, like shamelessly ripped it off.
Right. Well, you've done my Sims 3 now, so I can scrap that one. Right, my number 7 is Metal Gear Solid 4.
Nice.
That game, I sweated that as well. I sweat far too many games.
You need to open some windows.
I've completed that game about 12 times. Because
Wow. Okay.
every time you complete it, if you do it in a certain criteria, you unlock stuff. So I think the first time I did it, I completed it without killing anyone. So that means I had to kill like all the bosses with like tranquil darts
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything like that. And then after that, I unlocked something that gave you unlimited ammo for every gun. And then you do like no alerts, that gives you stealth, which makes you invisible. Then you do like, if you don't kill anyone, you get the solar gun, which uses sunlight, and it like knocks people out. It's like non-lethal sunlight. But the hardest thing I've ever had to do was big boss mode on that game, which was like no alerts, no kills, no continues, complete game in under 6 hours.
Bloody hell.
And that took me about 10 attempts. But it's worth it because you get the big boss mask, and you get Patriot, which is no recoil, no reload, unlimited ammo gun, so it's just constant firing. And you can just go around wrecking people.
But is it worth, how many hours total did you put into that?
1,000 maybe?
Really?
Yeah, because you got to think every time I got caught on an alert or a continue, I had to restart.
Yeah. What,
So-
from scratch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could be on the last boss and then up, and then I'd have to start again.
And how many times did you say? 6 times you went?
Well, no, 6
that-
times
sorry.
the amount of times I actually got to nearly the end. Well, I actually got to the end with it, but I did beat the time. If I was to count every time I got caught, you're talking about 120 playthroughs.
Bloody hell.
And that is just because you a slip of a finger and you mess it up.
Bloody hell.
Especially if you just forgot to save. Like, you had to like save every 5 minutes. And if you forgot like once, you'd have to like start again from way back.
Bloody hell.
So you could load up the game from a save?
Yeah, I don't think actually
I think you said no continues, no,
Yeah, but that's when you
no
die.
saves. Or...
continues when you die.
Oh, right.
No, I'm pretty sure you could like load saves because like stuck playing it for 6 hours in one straight go without getting caught anything. You would just literally be concentrating so much.
Yeah.
What about if you need to go to the toilet? You'd be adding vital seconds which you didn't have to your save. So, but no, I mean, do you want me to try and find the criteria for it now quickly?
It'll make a lot of noise, so no.
I'll do it on my
Afterwards.
phone.
I'll do it
on
do
your
it on my
phone.
phone. Do it on my phone, but
Come back.
yeah,
Come
if you
back.
carry
come
on.
back. Carry on. Right. Okay. Another one from me is Civilization 5.
Civ 5.
Civ 5.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether to put Civ 5 or Civ 4, but I've been playing Civ 5 more, so on that, which is the strategy game. Fifth in the series from Sid Meier's, the original inventor of the game. Hex-based strategy game, turn-based, where you take a civilization from prehistory, from like I think you start 2000 BC all the way to 2000 AD, and then you basically have got certain win conditions. You can either conquer the planet, you can be the first one into space and you win the game and things like that, or with Civ 5 they introduced cultural victories where you could, if you were voted spokesman for the UN, you'd win. That counts as you winning the game. But to do that, you had to appease all the city-states, which are like independent countries that are not controlled by any major civilization, and you had to appease them, sort of do what, like they give you little quests to do and things like that, and or like you give them gold, invest in them, ally with them, things like that, and you have to get enough votes from them to get a majority vote to become leader of the UN, which is one of the hardest ways to win. But it's got the lovely voice of Leonard Nimoy. Who reads out all the every time you get a new technology, there's a little quote, like a famous quote from a historical figure or a book or something.
Didn't
like
he do
that.
one of the others as well?
I think he done 4 as well.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, Leonard. It's nothing's better than Leonard Nimoy reading the Bible. Because he's got excerpts from the Bible in certain things, like when you get animal husbandry right near the beginning, he starts like Leonard Nimoy goes, "You must muzzle the ox" or something like that. It's always enjoyed it.
Civ 5, I've never played it.
What?
Civ
I
5?
ain't played it, no.
Play 4, well not 5.
I think I'm pretty certain I gave it a go once, but I found it incredibly confusing.
Quite.
Is it a very complicated game to get into?
No,
It's not at all, really, is it?
no, it's quite. It's deep. It's a
You
deep
just
game.
learn as you go, though, didn't you?
You learn as you go. You eventually just. It's not hard to figure out.
No?
No,
Okay.
it's quite simple. But there's a lot of deep strategy to it. But it's not that complex to
pick up.
Yeah. But games last ages.
When you say ages, how long?
Well, anything from like 10 hours up to about 50 hours, depending on what speed you're playing it on, size of the map, number of civilizations,
Mines.
all the wind, all the wind conditions or whatever.
Wind conditions actually make the game longer.
Yeah, there's some ones like so if you edited it so you could only win a cultural victory, that takes time because you basically have to have the strongest culture in the world that becomes a popular culture with other people. So do you know, like in real life,
Gay culture.
not gay culture. We'd say American culture is popular culture here because we like American shows and TV programs and stuff like that. You basically do that on the game, where your culture's got to overtake everyone, so everyone follows your culture.
Right.
But I was first into space with Poland.
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 Racist bastard.
I was Poland, and I overtook both Germany and the Soviet Union. I completely owned everything from Eastern Russia all the way through to France. Was mine as Poland. All part of the Polish Empire.
I've got my criteria.
I've got it, and you're
I've got your criteria. You got
Right.
your criteria. What was this for?
Complete the game in less than 5 hours. No continues. No health items, e.g. rations or regains. Kill no enemies. No alert phases. No special items such as stealth and bandana. And complete the game on the big boss extreme mode. It's like the hardest difficulty.
Bloody hell. Do
Almost
you get all
right.
achievements for that as well?
Yeah, you get everything.
Oh, that's alright then.
There's a shotgun.
That's what-
right?
that
It's worth it. You get an achievement.
If you get achievement, I'll do it. If you didn't get achievements, I'm like, no, I'm doing it again. Why? Why would I do that again?
Get a shotgun that fires a tornado.
You get them special guns as well, the one that you said.
Yeah.
I'm going next for Red Dead Redemption.
Hate it.
I have to fist bump you there.
Gee.
Yeah, it is on my top 10, but I think it's a fantastic.
Is it anyone else's?
I
No,
don't think it is.
I completely forgot about it.
I put it on one of my top 10 worst games.
Why?
I hated it.
It's brilliant.
I just thought it was absolute.
Beating John Marston. Especially when they killed him in the end. I hated that.
Yeah, but that I thought that was a great.
Spoiler, if no one's played it.
Yeah.
You just ruined
Oh
it.
no, it's an old game now. They can go do something.
Swivel.
Yeah.
I have to. I love that bit because yes, he does die, but then his son takes over
I hate
for
his son though.
a small portion of the game. I thought that was a great aspect to it.
I hate him.
I hate it.
If they did do Red Dead Redemption 2, I would imagine it'd be a prequel
Probably, yeah.
because he was with a gang and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be them robbing banks and.
But it was just like it was GTA in the Wild West, and that's what I loved about it.
But I just didn't find it fun.
Really.
Like, the whole aspect of GTA is you go around with a car, you run people over, you kill people and stuff. I don't know.
You could do that in
Yeah, but
Red
I
Dead,
just
just
didn't
on a
think
horse.
I just don't think it played as well because it was more open land, wasn't it?
You
Yeah.
could drag people around behind the horse.
Yeah, on the horse. Yeah,
Well,
you could put them on
have
the
seen
railway
some-
tracks.
I've seen some hilarious glitches for it.
Yeah.
Like with, I think it's like animals with people's faces.
Oh really?
Yeah, so you'd have like horses with people's faces like running around.
We found a glitch where you could climb on top of a certain house and you just go flying up in the air. And then you just take ages to come back down again. That's the only one we found. But overall, I just loved it. I thought it was a brilliant game. And when they added the zombies to it as well,
I didn't play it. I played it before then. I didn't play it.
all the DLCs were really good for it. You could play poker and stuff as well. And
Basically just a cheap.
It did
GTA.
sort of revolutionise the online. That basically had GTA Online in it.
yeah,
The online is basically the same as what GTA Online is now, isn't it?
yeah,
Pretty
it's,
much.
yeah.
So I remember you could just drop in, there's loads of people just shooting each other in the town.
Leveling up, and when you've done the certain missions, if people just like come riding in, they can end up joining your mission and they get part of the money for it and stuff.
Yeah.
No, just Red Dead Redemption for me.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant game. And it was before then, and it's a game that would have been on my list had it not been it coming out in 2001, but it was
2001.
yeah.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Definitely not. PS3.
Red Dead Revolver.
No, I'm
Red
saying-
Dead Revolver.
No.
Was PS3 out in 2000?
No.
I think
No,
he's
I'm
going off on a
saying
tangent.
yeah, I'm saying that it's. I would have added it to my list if it was within this generation.
And what game's that then?
Um,
You don't even know what it is.
hold on, I'm trying.
So not only are you going off on a tangent, we're not even talking about
you
this
think about Wild
generation.
West game?
Yeah.
Gun
was
No.
Gun was good.
It
I
was.
thought Gun was better than Red Dead.
Yeah.
It was like Commandos, done by the same developer, I think.
Is it a Wild West game?
Yeah.
Gun is the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I would say Gun.
Dead or Alive, I think it was called.
Dead or Alive, that's a fighting game,
That's
isn't
a
it?
fighting game.
That's a street fight with like women that like their tops come off and stuff.
Massive cheats. I don't even know what you're on about, you're just cracking.
Dead or Alive was
yeah.
the one where there was the first like fighting game where you could punch people off the side.
It might. All right, I might be getting that wrong, but I'll find it out whilst we're
It's a
doing
Wild
this.
West game.
You're all next anyway, Westy.
Okay, well, I do agree. That was a great one anyway. Mine.
It was a bloody great one.
It was a great one.
Oh, I love it.
I thought the Uncharted trilogy was fantastic.
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
Uncharted, right.
People do, or I say people, my brother. He. We only spoke about this yesterday, and he brought up Uncharted and said that the shooting mechanics on it were terrible. I have to disagree with that. I thought the best out of the series for me was number 2. I played a lot of multiplayer on that. I thought the multiplayer was brilliant, and it was the mechanics of it was sound. They could always be improved, but I thought they were fantastic.
I mean, I do agree. I mean, I didn't play it that much. I mean, I've only played the first one. I played it. I think I've probably only done about 6 or 7 hours on it, but it was really enjoyable. And the only reason I played it is because I borrowed it off my mate, like Bowers. So yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it though. It was good. Just I never got into the other ones. I don't know why.
Which one did you play?
Number 1.
All right. And did you play? I don't think number 1 had multiplayer actually.
Nah.
trying to think of it. But in Uncharted 1 and I think 2, I completed all of the trophies that you could get. I'm not sure if Uncharted 2 had trophies for the multiplayer. If that was the case, I don't think I unlocked them all. But I definitely unlocked all of the single player stuff and I thought it was fantastic. Uncharted series for me was fantastic.
Sweet. Cool. Right. My number 5 on the... Oh, no, my number 6 on the list.
Oh, yeah, because you've had 2 knocked off. I want someone
I've had 2 knocked off.
knock one of mine off.
I've had 1 knocked off. Right. Number 6. Dead Rising 2.
Dead Rising's.
Scary game.
It's not a scary.
Are you
game,
scared? Oh my!
Is that the one where you can play multiplayer as well?
Yeah, where it's
That's
like
scary.
co-op.
Too scary for me, that one.
What's this?
Dead Rising 2.
Okay.
The zombie game.
Yeah.
In the mall.
Basically, Dawn of the Dead, the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Is that one where you could go around with a dildo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You could, like,
oh, that one's alright,
you
yeah.
could combine
What am I
items.
thinking of? Don't know.
You could combine items and just make like the most ridiculous weapons.
Was that the one you showed me?
Yeah. The one where you could put like Bowie knives and boxing gloves.
Yeah. I remember you dressing up as a woman and then you had a really young child join you in a game and then you proceeded to follow him around.
I'm kidding.
Beating the living crap out of him. And then he was saying, "Oh, stop here, stop." And then you started to like help him out just to make him a bit calmer before you backstabbed him again.
Boy, that was so fun. I had the big Lego head. And I would just wait, this kid would be like screaming like, "Stop killing me!" I'd be like, all right, let's do this. So I would walk for a little bit. And when he wasn't looking, I'd just slap him in the back.
And then he'd apologise and say it weren't.
I was just like, I was trying to hit a zombie, but all right, I'll do it again. But that game is so fun for like a party atmosphere. Like literally, I've spent so many like nights just getting pissed and just playing Dead Rising.
I did see a funny bit where he was on some really tiny bike.
You look tricycle.
Yeah, and like your legs just go around like that.
Well, see, you can put machine gun on wheelchairs. And it's like...
That game I was trying to think of earlier on was Desperados Wanted Dead or Alive.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, but Dead Rising 2.
Yeah, no, Dead Rising 2 was good, that was.
Right, me, is it? We back to me? Yeah. I'm going to go with Bioshock.
Oh,
The
yeah.
original Bioshock, first one.
What about Bioshock 3?
Bioshock 3, no, don't get me started on that game.
You love Bioshock 3.
Bioshock Infinite, where it decided to corrupt my video. How dare you? Halfway through a playthrough, still not finished it because it gave me the ump so much. But anyway, the original Bioshock, when you first go down to Rapture, first go under the water. Water. Under the water.
Underwater.
I'm surprised you two would play that game.
Yeah, it's a bit scary for them.
Yeah.
It's a horror
I've
game,
played
isn't
it.
It's a horror, isn't it?
It's. I think it's classed as a
Jumping,
horror, but
yeah.
it's not like.
It did put me on edge a little bit.
Yeah, it
when I
made me
first
jump
played
when I
it. It was a
played
good few
Bioshock.
years ago. I think it was one of the
No
games
chance.
I got first with my 360.
I can.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say we've established our first playthrough as a group now, and it's definitely going to be Slenderman.
Slenderman.
I'll play it if there's a little group of us. I ain't playing it on my own though.
in
in daylight as well.
No, I played Bioshock. I thought it was an alright game. I didn't mind it too much.
It is like it's not like a horror jump like a proper like scary game.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit like I wasn't expecting it to be a horror when I started playing it. It's sort of
No,
put me on edge a little bit.
it
Like,
does because it's jump scares, isn't it?
and everything's well loud.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it's atmospheric. That's
yeah.
what they try because obviously it's a ruined city underwater.
and it's people gone mad.
Yeah, and everyone's gone mad. Basically, they're drug addicts that have been
Yeah.
driven mad, essentially. But they started splicing themselves, what they call them splicers, don't they?
Yeah,
And they're sort of like
basically deforming their bodies.
deforming their bodies.
Nice.
How?
Like they cut themselves, they cut their faces to make them look like animals and things like that. And some of them have hooks. They've replaced their arms with hooks and things like that.
There's, I think the thing that made me jump the most was the very first few seconds of the game.
Oh, what when you're going down into through the bathysphere
Yeah,
and it you sort of crashes, doesn't it? And then
yeah, and then
you see the guy outside.
exactly, yeah,
And he's like just with his hook. It's one of them ones with a hook.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like really dark, and then you just see the flashes of light.
And then he comes up to your thing.
He
like
comes right up to the sphere.
And you're inside trapped.
Yeah.
He can't get to you, and he just looks at you for a second, and then wanders off to like this corpse on the floor or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there is, and then he wanders off, and then you go outside, and then I think you get knocked unconscious or something
What's
like that.
the actual background to what the idea? Why are they underwater?
Because it's a city, underwater city.
Why are they all crazy now?
Because basically they've found this element called Adam. It is Adam, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm trying
Adam.
to remember.
It is.
And they use it to. They found out it can unlock sort of potential in the mind. So they take this stuff called what's it called?
Eve.
Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam and Eve. Yeah, that's because they say it's creation basically.
Oh,
It-
okay.
It alters creation. So, but they inject this stuff, plasmids. That's what they call them,
Plasmids, yeah.
plasmids. They basically it's like doing heroin. They inject themselves like intravenously, and it gives them powers. But they get addicted to the power, and it drives them mad because it literally turns into
there's
like a
only-
superhero. Like
Only limited a man, and there's no one else coming down providing them the stuff. So I think they get it off the corpses
yeah,
of the other people living in the city.
yeah, because it's what creates Adam is actually like something to do with the soul or something like that. So they can collect it from dead people, and that's why they kill each other.
Right.
And then these girls go along and collect these like I don't know 5 years old.
Yeah,
would you
little
say?
sisters. Yeah,
They're called little sisters. They're really they look all very similar, and they have these what's called big daddies, literally big giant suit metal armor things, which go over and protect them.
Other things.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a very
So,
technical
they're
term.
like their bodyguards,
Mm.
and they
Right.
collect the Adam. They go around and
Wait,
collect the
the
Adam.
girls evil.
No.
They're sort of neutral. They ain't really either.
I think any time a game puts little kids into it, it's going to make it a little bit more like.
Well, you can choose to kill them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, definitely
Or save them.
Man.
You can save them or kill them.
Something about
kids.
little kids in games, man. Horror games, especially. You don't know. It's just sort of like.
They're the
Just wanna
typical.
kill
Yeah.
Not only that, they're the typical creepy little girl with the dark hair.
Oh,
They're
right,
typically, do you know, like
They're
every
twins.
horror film you've seen seem to have one of them little creepy little girls.
Yeah.
but as a horror game, I didn't find it that scary. It was more
It's
little
jumpy and
jumps,
atmospheric,
little
yeah.
jumps here and there, more atmospheric. And I thought the atmosphere in the game was superb. It was
Superb.
superb. Like when you were going.
Hashtag superb.
When you were going down and you were seeing outside of all the lights lit up and stuff like that, I thought it was great.
And the giant whale just crashes through one of the
Exactly.
waterways. Yeah, a whale. It's at the bottom of the ocean, isn't it? So this giant whale just goes smashes
Does it
it.
die?
Yeah, I don't know. It just knocks into.
Was
something,
it
doesn't
whale or a plane? I thought it was the
Plane
part of the plane.
underwater.
Yeah, because your plane
Yeah,
crashes.
your plane crashes. It sinks down. You do see that at one point.
Yeah.
Huh. So why'd you go there in the first place?
Oh, because you're trying to survive. So your plane crashes and you're in the ocean. There's nothing else around apart
Except for a
from
lighthouse.
this lighthouse. So you go upstairs, you go in the door, and that's the door that you can't get out of then. And you're in like this little
Yeah,
tube.
he sort of goes in just to have a look and see what it is, and then it locks him in and then takes him down.
Oh, what an idiot.
Well, he thought it was going to be a not regular lighthouse. Maybe find some food and be able to call for aid.
Get AIDS.
Guys.
Cool for AIDS.
Dirty old sailor in there, bends you over.
Right, okay, I think before we move on, we'll have a break
Yeah.
and we'll come back for the next part of the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, see you soon.
Hi guys and girls, if you don't know already, we had live streamed the pre-show and the main show of episode 11 of the podcast for your viewing pleasure. Please note this was a special unedited, uncensored version of our podcast in video form. Also, to view this or any of our regular shows, you can go to our YouTube channel, SCG Podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to part 3 of the Self-Confessed Geeks podcast. We're actually going to continue our top 10 games of the last generation for next time's show. But now we're going to move our attentions to the box. We're going to bring back the box, and from this week we're going to actually do the box. Now I admit, last time it was me. I didn't want to watch Japanese anime, so I refused because Westy done it. But this week we're going to do it properly, and we hope you can join us too. For next time's show we will discuss it, and we will go from here. Who wants to choose from the box?
I'd like to. Oh, go on in. Go on, son.
Right.
This is for what we'll be doing, playing, watching. Playing or watching.
Right. What's Elliot got?
This is it. Shadowrun SNES.
Shadowrun SNES. Who put that one in? Me.
You can always go for a reroll if you want.
Alright, we'll do it. We'll do it for next week's show. What's it called again?
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun on SNES.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's what we'll do. There's no app of the week this week because yeah, we could say Flappy Bird as the app of the week, but it's not available anymore because the guy was getting inundated with crap from everyone.
Actually, no, I'll give you an app of the week. Right, on
Well,
Play Store. Alright, app of the week. I don't know how long it's actually been out, but I've only just got it, and it's called Subway Surf.
Right.
And it's sort of like Temple Run. And it's actually a really fun game.
Is it free?
Yeah, free.
Subway Surf on Android.
Yeah, I think it's on iPhone as well.
Okay, there you go. App of the week, Subway Surf. Try it now. Okay, so deal of the week this week, Westy, is...
Thief. It's a new Thief game that's coming out, and you can pre-order it. If you go to at Savvy Gamer, it's SAVY Gamer, you'll be able to... I couldn't be bothered to spell out the rest. You can find a link for this Thief PC. You can get it for £14.99 using the coupon code they provide. If you click through to the link, you'll go to a website that offers CD keys for games, and this one actually registers on Steam. So for a brand new game that's coming out for 15 quid, I think that's pretty good. So that's my deal of the week.
Okay. Well, it's been a fun, entertaining podcast this week. I'm glad we're back. Let's just hope we can get some regular shows going and go from there, really. I think we'll start updating our Facebook and Twitter a lot more as well. I'll do the Twitter stuff. And it's good to have the proper Naughty Gamers on board. And we're going to look to do some more stuff in the future, gaming-wise, video-wise, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And have loads of fun.
Yeah!
F is for friends that do stuff together.
But for episode 11, I'm going to say goodbye. You lot.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
And we'll see you.
Sayonara.
Copy me for.
I felt like it.
We'll see you at episode 12. Goodbye.
Old Billy Riley was a dancing master. Old Billy Riley, 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 master of a droga. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, master of a droga, bound for Antigua. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, master of a droga. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley has a nice young daughter. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Missy Riley, little Missy Riley. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, old Missy Riley, old Billy Riley had a pretty daughter, but we can't get at her. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley had a pretty daughter. Old Billy Riley, screw her up and away we go, boys. Old Billy Riley, old Billy Riley, screw her up and old Billy Riley, one more pull and then Billy Riley, old Billy Riley. One more pull and old Billy Riley, oh.